In the beautiful city of Verona, two noble families, the Montagues and the Capulets, are locked in a bitter feud. Despite the animosity between their families, Romeo Montague and Juliet Capulet meet by chance at a grand masquerade ball hosted by the Capulets. Instantly smitten by each other's presence, they fall deeply in love, unaware of each other's identities. Romeo, unable to resist his feelings, sneaks into the Capulets' garden later that night to find Juliet. There, they exchange vows of love, pledging themselves to each other despite the enmity between their families. Their newfound love is tested when Juliet's cousin, Tybalt, discovers Romeo's presence at the ball and challenges him to a duel. Romeo, unwilling to fight Tybalt as he is now secretly married to Juliet, tries to defuse the situation but ends up inadvertently causing Tybalt's death.
Fearing the consequences of Tybalt's death, Romeo seeks refuge with Friar Lawrence, who had married him and Juliet in secret. The friar advises Romeo to leave Verona and promises to inform Juliet of their plan to reconcile their families once the time is right. Meanwhile, Juliet is devastated by Tybalt's death, but is comforted by the thought of being reunited with Romeo. To avoid marrying Paris, a suitor chosen by her parents, Juliet seeks the friar's help. He gives her a potion that will make her appear dead for 42 hours. Juliet takes the potion, and her family believes her to be dead when they find her seemingly lifeless body the next morning. They lay her to rest in the Capulet's tomb. Romeo, unaware of the friar's plan, hears of Juliet's death and rushes back to Verona. He buys a vial of poison and goes to the Capulet's tomb, where he encounters Paris. They fight, and Romeo kills Paris. Heartbroken over Juliet's apparent death, Romeo drinks the poison and dies beside her. Moments later, Juliet awakens to find Romeo dead beside her. Devastated, she kisses his lips, hoping to find poison left on them, but when she finds none, she stabs herself with Romeo's dagger. The tragic deaths of Romeo and Juliet shock the feuding families, who finally end their long-standing feud in the wake of such senseless loss. In death, Romeo and Juliet unite their families, but at a terrible price. Their love, pure and true, serves as a reminder of the power of love and the destructive nature of hatred.